Good morning, I just want to catch the Walmart vibe. The Walmart vibe. Sun is out. We got Kurt.
Hey!
We have some coffee and some mate tea.
Happy fucking days, brother.
We start again.
That's perfect.
But now it's running, I know it.
Okay, now it's
Because I
running.
just started.
Okay, perfect. All right,
Come on.
well, it's running. We're rock and roll. Rock and roll, baby.
Rock.
Well, hello, everyone. Name's Kirk Gleeson from Australia, the far south coast of New South Wales, a little place called Pambula. We like to call it God's country because it's bloody beautiful. And I've been over here for almost 2 years now, just shy 1 week. Kind of came to Canada on a bit of a whim, with no real plan, no real idea of what I was going to do. And the journey's just kind of unfolded into this beautiful, amazing experience of 2 years of meeting people and having friends and growing these cool relationships and finding amazing hobbies in my life, and yeah, dealing with the struggles, and I guess the struggles have kind of nearly been the best part, I'd say.
Yeah, I agree with that.
The classic Squamish rain that is now blessing us.
Bit of the sun, it's amazing. Yeah, we just talk a little bit about van life and about those 2 years in Canada. This van and this truck over there, it's been like our home for you 2 years, for me 1.5 years. I was living in a smaller car before.
Yeah, you were living in a smaller car. Ford Escape with a roll-out foam mattress. Yeah, this is great. Like, is this guy crazy? Are you serious? Oh my God, hats off to you for that time you did it.
Yeah.
Like, I was luxing in the van and you'd wake up and have to move 400 things and oh my, all right, okay.
I was backpacking before that, so it was actually kind of luxury for me.
It was a bit of an upgrade, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it was so off-road capable.
Yeah.
I was able to go everywhere. Yeah, and like the time on the service road, that's how it all began.
Yeah, the service road, right?
River dips in the morning.
Oh,
And
I was too poor to buy coffee, so I had no money. I spent it all on this van. I had a budget of like $4,000, and then saw my van, was like, yeah, I'll give you all my money. I was like, oh, now I can't afford anything. River dip in the morning, let's go.
And that was like also the first thing you taught me, like, hey, I'm Kurt and I got money for 1 more week and then I'm broke. I think that's how you introduced yourself.
Yeah, that was probably it, right?
Yeah.
Hey, nice bike. I'm really poor. I really want one of those, but I've got $17 to my name.
A month or like definitely a few weeks, we drove all the way, like, I don't know, 20 minutes out there.
Yeah.
And then you discovered Walmart. For me, it was like from the beginning, nah, I don't want to live on Walmart. Now I do, and I love it.
Yeah, the Walmart I was kind of a bit hesitant and a bit,
Yeah. But the first year we were here, Walmart was pretty rough. Like, people stayed here.
Oh, there was some
people.
interesting characters, we'll call them, hey?
So it was definitely a little bit different.
There was a bus with a plethora of bikes, and they were just kind of foraging bikes from the local town. And there was the guy running the mobile mechanic business.
Oh, dude, this guy was...
He was pretty rough.
Yeah.
He was an interesting character, we'll say.
Yeah.
But the Walmart was a beautiful blessing. I met lots of my friends for life here, right?
Yeah.
Like, at one stage we had couches set up and we'd be having little, what do they call them? Tailgate barbecues, you know? Like, it was pretty funny, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. People from all corners of the earth sitting around, sharing stories, having laughs.
Yeah.
Everyone was into their different thing. It was such a beautiful thing.
But still, like, the same thing what connects everyone. It's like living in a van, saving money.
Being in the outdoors.
Yeah. And like living the dirtbag lifestyle, which is it's just the way to go here in Squamish.
Yeah, it's the only way to go. It's what this town was built on, I think.
Yeah.
So it really is. So
yeah, I know we talk about it and capture everything for YouTube. I'm excited.
yeah.
I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Nice.
So after the service road, you started by Locovo, right?
Yeah, I was.
You got this job. You walked in there.
Yeah, I didn't know where I was going to work, and then I was rolled up to the liquor store, and I saw this guy come out with dreadlocks.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anthony.
And I was like,
oh, man.
where do I want to work? I don't know where I want to work. And I saw this guy coming out, and He had this nice bike and these dreadlocks, and I was like, this guy looks pretty cool, eh? Hey man, nice bike. And he was French Canadian. He was like, oh, thanks, Le. And I was like, whoa, where are you from? I'm from Quebec. And I was like, okay, all right. We got chatting, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Where do you work? He said Locavore. And I was like, well, if you work there, I think I might get a job there. Walked in the next day with no resume, with my knives, was like, I'm ready to go. And
Walked in with your knife?
yeah, I walked in with my knives, my chef's knives, and was like, I can start work right now.
Perfect. That's the way.
I think my proposition was, I'll work a day for free, and if you like me and you want to keep me, you can pay me, and if you don't have to pay me.
Yeah.
So I think
that's how you get any job.
That's how you get any job, right? So
So true.
I was taking a break from cooking for a few years now, and the first job I got put on was filleting the salmon, was skinning and portioning the salmon.
Oh, that's what you. Okay.
That was my test piece.
I mean, that's like the advanced level.
And I was like up there, like kind of really nervous. Was like, all right, let's go. Oh, I've still got this. Portioning, 120 grams, 120 grams, 120 grams. I was like, I've still got it. Really nervous though, like I really want this.
For no reason, but you never know. First day you don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, right? I haven't filleted a salmon in 2 years before that, so oh, it was
so funny.
pretty funny. And that was a place where I guess we met lots of friends and made. I guess you make lots of connections when you're hanging out with locals, right?
Oh,
you get taught all the cool little local
The key
spots.
moment was actually Anthony. Like a few weeks later, I was like, fuck, I need money as well, so I need to start somewhere. And then I ended up by Loco as well. And Anthony invited me to the house, to the French house. And that was like another key moment where I met Tom and the other guys who all lived in a camper truck like this one. And they just, not convinced me, but I was just realizing, dude, that's the best setup.
That's the way.
That's the way. And for me, it was like, I came to Canada, didn't know how long I would stay, maybe a few months, and then it was pretty clear I want to stay longer.
Yeah, yours was open. You were kind of a bit torn, right?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? Where am I going to go?
But Squamish was definitely the place to stay longer.
It was, yeah, it was
still here.
definitely the place, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, once you rode the trails, you were like, well, where else do I want to be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that French house downtown, the Wilson Crescent Mansion, was a dirtbag's dream, right?
11:45.
11:45.
Oh man.
Yeah, that was cool, right? I remember going there in the afternoons, and I kind of just lived in the driveway for one summer. Just kind of on a whim, just turned up every afternoon and had some beers and laughed with them. And
that's also where I was living there for probably like a month in the garage.
While you were getting the truck built, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was literally homeless for a little bit. Or like, like in the winter, I was just like, fuck this, I'm not living in a small car. With the rain, it was just rough. Like all the condensation water, it was really bad.
Yeah, the van life in winter is quite brutal.
Yeah.
I tried to do my first winter in the van actually without a heater, which was, I'd say, a pretty bold move.
Yeah.
I was
not even the heat, it's more like all the humidity you need to dry out somehow.
Yeah, it's all of everything. Well, I guess the heat for me was definitely a thing when it's minus 25.
Oh yeah.
100%. But yeah, I was just driving around trying to find the ski resort, right? I had a few places in mind, and
that was the first winter in Fernie?
First winter in Fernie.
Oh yeah, true, I remember, yeah.
Yeah.
You sent me...
Kind of went there on a whim. I went to all the ski resorts and kind of stuck around for a week or two and got a feel, and Fernie was the last one on the hit list, right? And I got there and was pretty much the second I got there, I was like, this is perfect. This is me. This is my small town little vibe.
Yeah.
You drive in, you can see the big mountain on the left with a big rock face, and was like, I'm here. Got there and it wasn't so cold to start off with. And then I think a week in it started snowing, and then we had that cold snap of minus 16. And I didn't really expect it to be that cold. I knew it was going to be cold, but geez, that was brutal.
And you showed up there without having a job, without having a home or like a room to stay.
Yeah.
And you said like every single one card. And
I
like,
wanted to find a garage. Yes,
Yeah.
that was it. Or somewhere with a PowerPoint where I could run a little space heater, right? And I was like searching, posting on Facebook and, going around to venues, trying to ask people. And I guess a small town boy like me, just walking in. Hey guys, I'm Kurt from Australia. Anyone got a barn I can sleep in or a PowerPoint? Everyone's looking at me like, no. I was like, oh, my chances are fading away really quickly here. And then the week of minus 16 to 20 was brutal. Like I had no money as well. I spent like $800 on gas to get there in this bloody thing. Spent my last $100 on a puffy jacket and some warm pants. Went to the thrift store. Went to the Salvation Army, told them I set up, and they gave me so many blankets to keep me warm. Yeah, you'd wake up and you're like, oh, I'm thirsty. Water's frozen. All right, great, let's turn on the gas. Gas doesn't work. Oh, this is brutal.
But at some point you had this propane heater, right?
Oh, I
Which
did.
was dangerous.
Yeah, so I think after the week of minus 16 and I was in the trenches, right? It was pretty brutal. I ended up figuring out that I could have a hot water bottle and I'd sleep with my water for it not to freeze, right? So if I wanted to not die of dehydration, we'll say.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, I'm going to get a gas buddy, a heater buddy, whatever they call it, right? The propane thing. And that was pretty rogue, I'd say. I had to kind of sleep with a window open because I didn't want to get
like
gas poisoning.
Is it carbon monoxide? No.
It's something that's not good. And the wet heat was so bad. Like you turn it on, you'd wake up and everything's just like damp. It's like, ugh. It was not really cool.
Yeah. So how many weeks did you live in this setup?
I think 2 weeks I did. It was probably the most brutal 2 weeks in 2 years, I think.
Yeah.
It did create ultimate desperation, but in times of desperation, you really figure out that you can get stuff done if you need to, right?
Yeah.
Like I then just started getting my resumes and saw jobs that were posted online and just basically went there and was like, I don't want to speak to the manager. They're not in till tomorrow. All right, I'm going to come back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Here's my stuff. I'm ready to rock and roll. The same proposal, right? Like I'm willing to work for free until I can show you that I'm worthy. And luckily the Park Place Lodge in Fernie had staff accommodation and a job. Yeah, it was actually all worked out great. The staff accommodation was right across the road from work because I went there and didn't have money for winter tires. I didn't really put that into calculation.
Sure. But then I remember you parked your van somewhere and you didn't use it?
I just parked it at the Park Place Lodge. Yeah, just stayed in the staff driving, turned it on every now and again, and to keep it going. And but once it started snowing, and even before I had the job, it was so brutal. I'm like driving around with these summer tires that were as bald as my best mate's head, slipping and sliding, and I guess it was pretty danger, I'd say.
Oh, dude.
Definitely danger.
Like
rear-wheel drive van.
It's a pretty heavy van, and yeah, you definitely want to have like good tires.
Yeah.
Can save your ass.
But I was pretty thankful that I ended up getting into this staff house, and I got a job that was really flexible. It allowed me to start at 12 o'clock in the day, so on powder days I could wake up the hill. I had no car as well, so I'd pretty much just walk out my front door, put my thumb out. It never took more than 5 minutes. I'd be up the hill and cutting laps in the fresh power.
Snowboard.
Snowboard. And I'd just do the same thing, get to the bottom, thumb out, back there, quick shower if I had the time. If the snow was good, I never really did that. I was up there till the last minute.
Yeah.
And that was kind of how that rolled.
Mm-hmm.
A week in, I met a very beautiful girl and I fell in love actually really quickly, and I jumped into a relationship that was quite a beautiful thing for about 8 months there, and that was quite nice. I think the fact that I had a home, 4 walls and a roof under my head gave me that comfort, right? And then that kind of flourished into something else. But that first winter was definitely an experience, and a really amazing time, I'd say.
The best winter?
Yeah, last winter was, compared to last winter, oh, that was brutal. Quick injury, season over in 17 days.
But yeah, let's just keep going with like the first. Nah, it's like second summer.
Yeah,
let's
backtrack a bit.
So, and you got into that was actually before that. You got into biking earlier. Now you bought a bike.
Yeah.
You rode the bike park.
You found me a bike actually.
True.
I was looking for a bike for ages, and as I said, I had no money. Like.
Nah, but like the first local world track, you was like, I'm buying a bike.
Yeah, that was it. I think I had $1,700, and I was like, Vanya, this is my budget. Please help me. And constantly sending you bikes. Like, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? What do you think of this?
True.
We finally found this giant with great suspension that we were very stoked on, and I got that. And
then we rode the bike park.
The bike park! I remember my first day at the bike park. I was at the back of the line, and I'm just going down like, wow. And we got to the meetup spot, and I was like, are you okay? And I was like, this is insane. We don't have anything like this in Australia. And I was hooked on bikes for that first summer.
Oh man, yeah.
Like absolutely hooked. But then I guess my willingness to go fast and reluctancy to use the brakes led to...
And also those brakes didn't work very good. Oh no.
Beautiful Walmart parking lot. Yeah, that led to a few injuries, I dare say, and led to me actually hanging up the bike.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And then to take up the beautiful sport that I now fall in love with, that is the rock climbing. Which for me has been, I think the best thing that's ever happened, really. But yeah, that first summer was... What happened to the end of that first summer?
The first summer was over pretty fast.
It felt like it went like that, right?
Yeah. Like every season. Like the winter is long, but then the second summer, and now it's the beginning of the third summer. Second summer, how was that? Like let's say the first winter, I was living in a French house in my camper. I was working in my camper, working on my truck, and I was working in by Locavor over the winter, and that was a rough time.
Lots of rain, short days.
Lots of rain, yeah. I was riding all the time in the rain to work and back, and I had night shifts, and it was super slow. We were closing the truck with like 1 or 2 people. It was probably the hardest time there because it was so slow and so boring, and sometimes not the best working mates. But it was okay. Yeah. And then the summer came. I went for my first road trip with this one.
The second summer?
The second summer, yeah. That was like 1 year ago. I took my home on wheels on the road after fixing all the stuff. That was pretty exciting. So I took changed the water pump and everything.
And doing lots of upgrades as well.
Yeah. And I didn't know if it's reliable, if it's overheating. I had no plan. But it turned out pretty good. Still running. What was like the gnarliest experience in those whole 2 years?
Gnarliest experience? Gnarliest,
like near death. For example, I can start with that. Like I crashed on airplane mode, and you remember I lost consciousness. I was all over the place, and then I was like, hell no, I'm not going to the hospital. I don't want to do all that shit with the insurance. I don't want to do that. And I was like, no, I'm fine. And then I was like, Kurt, where are you? And I was like, all right, you're in Squamish Valley? Okay, I come to you. And then we met up there, and I was all over the place.
Dazed, confused, like a pinball machine.
Resting in my hammock, and man, like that was probably the roughest and also not the greatest idea to not visit the hospital, because you can always like have like a blood thing in your when you got a big impact on your head. It's kind of dangerous.
Yeah, in hindsight, not the best move.
Yeah, no, definitely not. But turned out yeah, I recovered from it and all good. And then also we you remember Timo? We picked him up from the airport together. You drove my car
Yeah.
because I didn't feel well. Yeah, like
I
that
do
was
remember
awesome.
that.
Like,
Yeah. I met Timo and
So
whoa, what's
we
going
picked him
on?
up, and then Timo and me, we were living together in my small car.
Oh, that was so
dude,
funny.
dude. Like,
You can see that he was like, I don't know about this. This is pretty tight.
Timo was like, "Are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course, no problem." But it was definitely a challenge for both of us.
Oh yeah.
And man, that was, yeah.
Two people in a tight space is
yeah.
at the start it's fun and it's a good challenge. In the end,
Yeah.
you're like, please get out.
Yeah, like I was just
please.
like, dude, buy a fucking van and get out.
Yeah.
But yeah, nah, like it was. Nah, I'm pretty thankful for this time. It was pretty nice.
It's nice to be up close and personal with your friends sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
Waking up. Oh no, I'm back on this side.
sorry.
Oh, cuddling. Oh no.
Yeah. So I think that was my gnarliest moment, the crash, I lost consciousness. I almost broke my collarbone. And then I didn't ride bikes for like 6 weeks or longer.
Yeah, you had a long break, hey?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite a thing.
That was pretty rough. But I'm sure you got something similar, like, I don't know, what was your rough moment?
Well, I guess, yeah, crashing on the bike. I've had like one really bad crash in Whistler that really put the fear in me. Yeah, it was on this like rock slabby thing, like.
Yeah, and Whistler slabs are so slippery when it's wet.
Yeah.
So better don't touch the brakes.
Yeah, my friend went down first and kind of nailed it. And then...
Oh yeah, Anthony was so confident on those.
Yeah.
I was so surprised. Yeah.
Then I was like, I'll just do the same thing.
Yeah.
And I did the complete opposite. Proper OTB on the rock. Yeah, like fully twisted up. Thought I was okay. Ended up doing 2 more laps, which was the dumbest thing I ever did.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, the next day I was... Well, for the next month or 2, I was hobbling around like a bird with a broken leg, right? Like, I think I ended up going to the
broken wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ended up going to the island with a few of the French Canadian girls that I met. That was really fun. I guess a bit of recovery time. Because I literally couldn't do anything. I couldn't ride. I tried to ride like the small jumps there on the island. I brought my bike with me, but that was a no-go.
Yeah.
I'd say probably. But then I had my crash this winter.
On the snowboard.
Yeah, in Roseland was also very brutal. My ankle's still like, it's definitely better, but there's some days where I'm on it and I'm like, at the end I need to, really work it out.
Can we go for mushroom hikes in the next days?
Yeah, we can do that. Of course. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, the ankle's good enough for climbing and hikes. It's just at the end of the day, I know I need to get my foot roller out and work it out and do the things. So, most brutal, like absolutely most brutal, would probably be, I guess crashing on the bike. That was.
Yeah, and like crashing on a snowboard, it's not fun, but the snow is at least. There are at least no big rocks or like no. It's different. Like you can also fuck you up big times, but
it's got
on the bike is a bit different.
A little bit more forgiveness on the. Yeah, I tried to go down this stupid double black mogul run on a snowboard. Followed these skiers. Like, yeah, I'll be fine. 2 turns, crash, tomahawk down the run. Like, this is perfect. And I was nearly at the highest point of the mountain too, so I had to get down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I guess brutalist for the first world problems was getting used to the very average Canadian coffee. But now in the end, I absolutely love it. I'm going to go back home to Australia with our beautiful coffee and be like, oh, what is this? Luxury.
I mean, you get also good coffee, but it's so expensive.
Yeah, that's probably been I guess one of the things is realizing that
how expensive everything
Yeah,
is.
Canada's
I
so
agree.
beautiful, but now I realised how lucky I am being an Australian. Where things are kind of expensive in Australia, but I think things are just as expensive here.
Yeah.
And the wage versus the cost of living is,
Yeah.
it feels, especially in Squamish, sometimes it feels like
Unreal.
you're in the poverty line sometimes, you know. I was so reluctant to go to the food bank, but in the end I realised that if I want to actually be able to save any money,
Yeah.
going to
We live in a van, and I mean, you can save a lot of money if you work full time and you hustle full in, but
but that's not what we came here for,
no.
right? I ended up, we both did that for, a bit of time when if you really need to save money. But $22 an hour doesn't really get you very far, in my opinion.
No.
Um,
I mean, with tips, it's probably more like 28, 30.
I never, I guess you were in the truck, I was prep chef.
Yeah.
I didn't get any tips because I didn't want to work the nights, the brutal
Dude, like
1 a.m.
the
finish.
last paycheck I got, it was on the hour $48.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know, there must be like a little mistake maybe. It was like maybe a little bit high, but I didn't mention something. It was like, yeah.
Ask no questions, hear no lies. Perfect.
Yeah, but that was the second last paycheck. It was like, is that real? Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
can't complain with that.
yeah, cannot complain with that at all.
Any breakdowns on your van?
Yeah, actually, it was I think the first month I had it, we were going up to the rave up on the Mamcram, kilometre 14, and I was going up there, I just finished work and I was, feeling pretty vibey. Once I got on the dirt road, I cracked myself a fine beverage and was like, ooh, I'm feeling good, going out there, blah, 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 blah. And I got about 5-6 kilometres from the rave and all this steam burst out of my engine and I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? The sun was just going down. I'm like, well, I'm not going to be able to fix this right here, right now. Let's just kind of not worry about it. Let's just start walking to the rave. So put my thumb out and...
That's how you, okay.
Yeah, put my thumb out.
You still enjoyed the rave?
I had an amazing time at the rave and then I think at like 2 o'clock in the morning or something, I was walking back and this guy, was driving past me. You okay? And I was like, yeah, I'm just going to walk back to my van. You're in that red van up there? Yeah, I'm just up the road. He's like, I think you should get in. Like, it's going to be a fair drive away. I was like, no, I'll be fine. He's like, no, hop in. So I get in the car and we're driving for 20 minutes. And I'm like, oh, I'm pretty glad I got in this car, hey?
Yeah.
And then you were the Lord and Saviour that we went up there back again the next day in the afternoon. And I had a look, because I didn't even check what was wrong with it.
You needed to come to work, I think.
Yeah, I needed to go to work. So I called my boss and was like, I need you to pick me up. I cannot drive. If you want me to work, you need to come pick me up from this road.
Yeah.
So yeah, I went to work and then you drove me up there. I had a look at what I needed to do and all right, hoses, blah, 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 blah. Went back down to Lordco, got the parts and you drove me back up.
Sure.
Thank you so much for that.
My pleasure.
Yeah, got all that fixed and then I decided to do like a cooling rebuild, yeah? Like I took all the cooling thing out, took the radiator out, flushed it, gave it all a big clean, redid the water pump, put a new thermostat in, gave it all a good once over.
You kept the problem with overheating, and then at some point you changed the thermostat, and then it was solved.
The thermostat and the water pump. Once I took the water pump off, I could see it was just rusty. You'd go to turn the little spinning wheel.
It's still laying as a door stopper and lookover.
Perfect. It'll probably be there for the next 20 years, right?
Yeah.
A little piece of me is left behind. There's lots of little pieces of me there. A little bit here, a little bit there. But yeah, apart from that, no, not really much, hey? Like,
yeah, you've been pretty lucky with this van.
Yeah, well, I've maintained it really well. Like, it always gets an oil change and...
Oh yeah?
I did
how many kilometers?
Well, I've done 3.
So
I've done
like
3 oil changes.
Every 7? 7K?
Maybe every 5 to 7, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Um,
Yeah, it's important on an all V8. You want to do
yeah,
that for sure.
yeah. It's all this thing needs is air, fuel, and spark, and it runs. So it was actually very, very fun, and so much fun learning how to fix your car. Right,
Oh, yeah.
like it was really cool. Hey man.
So,
Ooh.
I thought this was like a chair drying out earlier.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just filming a little van life video.
for me, it was probably like I didn't have many problems. Like my first car, I had some weird ABS control lights, and I probably just overthought and like worried too much about it. And then I just had more headaches about cars that they could break down. But like in the end, never happened. Like no car really let me down. Like it started making some weird noises, and then I was like, okay, I gotta fix that right now, or like soon as possible. Like
Well, that's a good move.
Um,
That's what you want to do. So
yeah, for sure, for sure. But also, I think I've been pretty lucky. Yeah,
you got this beast now,
can't
right?
complain, yeah.
And
It's
a
been
man
a
like
pretty
you that
big journey
warms the car up every time he starts it and lets it cool down every time he stops. It's you know, your maintenance schedule is second to none. So
Oh,
I
yeah.
think
I got like 700 kilometers left, and then I do another oil change.
yeah, you're
Maybe
a
not, I don't know.
proper maintenance man.
Yeah, probably I was like the owner of this truck who took the most care. Cause, dude, like, especially heavy duty mechanics, like how they work on their truck, it's so rough.
Yeah, it's
And-
redneck, right?
Yeah. Redneck
yeah.
mechanics is it's a different level.
Especially over here where you don't get road checks and
No,
every second car's got rust all over it. I guess even
but
looking.
yeah, rust. That's something I don't mind. Like it's not like a major problem. Like yeah, it looks shit, but in Germany, if your car is rusty, you don't get like the you can't bring it on the road. Like you need to do like this check every 3 years or something. And
Same as Australia, yeah.
it's crazy. So
A little bit of rust is okay, but there's definitely some rust
but,
buckets
like,
getting around.
some rust here in the door, whatever.
Yeah. What about Jakob's car though? You remember the rust in his car?
Oh, Jako's car was such a shit box.
All of this was gone, holes here.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Then when he sold it, he spray foamed the rust and
Did he?
painted. Yeah, painted
No
the spray
way.
foam. It was so rogue.
Oh man, yeah,
That was quite a fun project though in the Canadian Tire parking lot.
Oh,
Yeah, he had to leave.
Funny.
Had to leave on a whim, and it's like, I need to fix this van. Brah. That was pretty funny.
yeah. But it took me a long time till I really started trusting my truck. Because I always had this fear like, oh, it could break down, and it's a big setup. It's hard to tow somewhere and whatever. So that's definitely something I had always in my mind, like, yeah, like a little headache.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
could happen.
I guess it is
something.
always in the back of your mind.
And like also like it's like your way of living, and if your house breaks down, it's kind of shit.
if your house
So
breakdowns, you're
you
stuck.
rely on it, and yeah, it's like all you have pretty much.
Yeah, the first time I went, I was in the Walmart here when people had breakdowns and whatnot. By the end, if you couldn't move your car, it was getting towed, right?
Oh yeah, sure.
There was a few people who got their car towed, and there's not really many other safe havens in Squamish when the season really kicks off. So,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, praise the Walmart parking lot, right?
Oh,
Thank
man,
you so
it's been
much.
A really
for-
good time. I would just remove the cover because it's, I think, in the frame. Yeah, man.
Test. Sinking. I'm
We
sinking.
are.
What are you sinking about?
What are you thinking?
Morning.
I think we're 20 minutes in.
Yeah, really well yourself. Nice. Second shift? Nice.
Second shift
Hell
of
yeah.
what?
You get your job at Locavore? Denea? No?
No lockover?
Okay.
Like I like handed it in and then she was like,
Ah.
I don't know, I got weird vibes.
Okay, fair enough.
But I haven't heard back from them. I applied to a sea kayaking company actually.
I'd probably take that.
Well, they were like, yeah, like tell us more about your background. So what are you just doing?
Filming a little van life video on like, we've been here for like 2 years. This is the first friend I met in Canada. I was
Yeah.
kind of vice versa.
Do like a little resume of everything and capture it.
Vanya makes YouTube videos, so we're just kind of, I guess just, yeah, sharing a bit of stories and yeah, it's cool, hey?
So we like, no, it's actually the second, like 36 minutes here.
What, really?
Yeah, but we stopped the video. We're probably like 45 minutes already in.
Really?
So yeah, it's gonna be like a very long podcast video.
Cool.
Yeah, man.
That's awesome.
And we still got a lot of stuff to talk about.
Yeah, dude.
What should we keep do? Yeah. Do you have something you like a topic we can both talk
I guess
about?
just the beauty of throwing yourself into the unknown, right?
Oh, yeah.
Is such a feeling, right? Like when you're in a country or a place where you don't know anyone, don't have any connections. I guess for me, from a small town that's never really left, right? Very much a small town boy, and to, I guess, step out and to step yourself into the unknown and being more than comfortable in the uncomfortable, right? Like thriving in it. It's
also different if you just keep hitting the road and you're like on a road trip compared to just living here on Walmart and like, I don't know, for me Squamish, it turned into like a home space. Like I feel pretty comfortable here.
Yeah, definitely now.
That's definitely also a difference.
Yeah, after spending, 2 summers here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess for me, 1.5. My second summer I was in Europe with Alice, right?
True.
For nearly most of the summer. And then when I got back, it just fucking rained.
Yeah. True.
But yeah, I'd say, that, right? And throwing yourself into the unknown and, just having the balls just to go out and talk to people and make friends and,
That's
trying all the new things. It's such a powerful thing. It's saying yes. Someone wants to do something? Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Don't say no.
No.
Say yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that and growing in the tough times, like, not to be too graphic, but living in a van at the start, I was like, this is brutal, right? You don't have a toilet either. Like,
Yeah, but
if you can put 2 and 2 together, you've got to go somewhere, right?
yeah, you gotta find some solutions for some simple problems you might not think about, but we don't have any toilets. We both got a gym membership, and then slowly you start realizing, actually toilets are everywhere, like Walmart and every grocery, pretty much everywhere. And if you're on the service road, you got like a shovel and then dig a hole.
I will say I have a pretty late timing bladder, so if I need to go now. So I'm like, oh no, oh. And some sort of bucket with a lid or a jar with a lid seems to be my Lord and Savior.
Yeah, I mean,
that
does the job as well.
That I tell some people and they say, oh, that's pretty grim, isn't it? Like, chatting to my friends back home the other night, and so where do you go to the toilet? Bucket.
Yeah, I mean, piss jar is definitely, that's a game changer.
I think it's it's kind of just a funny dirtbag thing,
Yeah.
I think it's nearly I wouldn't say a competition, but when you're a dirtbag, it's almost like, how much can you rough it, right? Like in the smallest setup you can, it's kind of like you get the gold medal, right? The people that, like when you first started in that little Ford Explorer where you couldn't actually sit up. Like if you wanted to sit up, you're in your front driver's seat, right? It's like,
that's true.
Proper dirtbag.
Yeah.
Then if you're like in a tent.
Many people doing it like that. Like
yeah, these girls over here are doing
car,
it. And,
yeah. And in the summer it works fine. Like I wouldn't mind to do another summer in a small car. Like I would just live in the woods, like in my hammock, and like drive to nice places. I don't mind.
Yeah, it is the thing, because in the summer you don't want to spend your time in this bloody thing, right?
Yeah,
you use
like-
this thing to store your stuff and go to bed. So
Yeah.
in the winter I was very thankful I could, you know, live in this. My last winter I lived in the van full time, so I guess since I got back from Europe a summer ago, I've lived in it ever since, right? No house,
Sure, yeah.
all winter, you know, from minus 20 to, we had a week of minus 35.
Oh, that's crazy.
The diesel heater has been the savior of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was quite an experience, I'd say, like living in the proper cold, right? And I don't really have a kitchen set up in there, so I've got like a 2-burner, and I'd bring it out, put it on my bucket. I had a pressure cooker, so I'd buy like a whole chicken from the supermarket and put it in there at like some random parking lot, right? To be steaming. What are you making? Making chicken soup, all wrapped up. Making my chicken soup.
Oh man.
It was
Amazing.
I think that was probably the best part. That actually this winter was very amazing. I had such a good setup before I injured myself. Wake up, snow, or go up to the ski hill,
Yeah.
have coffee, make some breakfast, talk with everyone in the car park in
Yeah.
beautiful little Rosalind. Then go skiing all day, snowboarding for me,
Yeah.
and come back, and there was a little climbing gym there. So then I'd go climbing till
Sick.
basically I was ready to go to bed.
Yeah. Because that's like the warm, safe place.
Yeah,
and then you go
right.
back into bed.
And then rinse and repeat. Like it's a beautiful thing if you know what you want to do and you have
Yeah.
the hobbies and you have the passion and drive to do those things.
Oh yeah.
Birds making a nest. That's pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Sure.
I will say actually one of the most beautiful memories for me was probably week 2 of owning the van, and I was going to work from the French house downtown. And I was crossing that last bridge, you know, that last bridge before you get to Locavor.
You
and
see all the eagles?
yeah, and I remember just driving, and the sun was like, I just got on the bridge, it was like perfect timing. The sun just hit my face. I was like, oh. And I look over to the side of the river, and there's this bald eagle. And the second that I look, this
Oh man, yeah.
takes off and flies right in front of the van. I'm just like,
Dude.
sorry. Could you imagine that? I would feel so bad. But no, like this drives basically right in front of my window, and
Survived.
yeah, of course it's
You
survived.
did. No,
You
it's
know,
just joking. Man.
those bang!
It's the most beautiful moment in my.
Could you imagine that? That would be, just feeling all wholesome and stuff, and then just taken down. And,
Oh man, that would be so rough.
yeah, that would be not very fun. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, like the nature and all the wildlife you see, all the bears and.
yeah. My first bear encounter was kind of funny at Jim's house, and I was like,
in the
I
tree.
haven't seen a bear yet. I want to see a bear.
And Jim just like, yeah, my tree there.
And he was like, I was inside doing something at Jim's house, hanging out with him in the afternoon, one of the chefs at Locavor, and go, there's a bear in the plum tree. I come out, where? And I'm like, under the plum tree, and I look up, and there's this black bear right there. I'm like, oh my God, look at the bear, look at the bear. I could feel the plum juice dripping on my head. And then,
Oh,
more friends.
we need some more buckets.
Hey. And this bear dropped
Nice.
in front of me. Oh, it's fucking funny. All right,
Yeah.
let's see what we got here.
Nice. I can also get some chairs.
What's going on, mate?
Morning. Oh, it looks great.
A lot of love in there.
Wait,
Cool, your mate thing.
yeah,
So neat.
it's my daily hydration. Amazon.
Amazon. Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, look at this. What is the...
It looks.
Oh,
Stand for a dirt bag.
are you kidding me?
That's not a dirt bag.
Are you joking?
Want a bite?
Show the... Give us a... Look at this. Look at this beautiful thing. Woo! Fancy, with the herbs and everything. Nice work, brother. No, it's fine, it's fine. No, you eat it. You enjoy. I'll have some oats and the goats in a sec. But yeah, I guess that's a beautiful thing of Walmart.
yeah.
You just have some friends pop over and join you for some breakfast and a coffee, and then you can kick your day off with whatever activity you have in mind and you have passion for.
We
Not at all. As long as you join
no,
in.
you didn't interrupt. The last thing was, I think, the first bear encounter.
Oh.
For me, that wasn't the first bear encounter, but it was like in Whistler, and I was just doing breakfast, cooking some eggs in butter and garlic, and my door was like not closed, it was like a little bit open, and then something was shaking on my camper, and I thought it's a friend, he's just joking me. And I was like, dude, what the fuck are you doing there? And I was expecting there's a friend, he was just trying to, I don't know, say hello. And I open the door and see this bear, and he's like doing this, and it's like, what the fuck?
That'd have been pretty scary.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty scary.
I was over, it was like, what the fuck? Closing straight up.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. That was like the funniest moment, I guess.
Black bear, not brown bear, right?
It was a small one.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
like a teenager.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not even summer yet. It's still spring,
No, like
right?
it's spring.
Yeah.
True, and then, I mean, I just came back in February.
Oh yeah, true. You've only got
Just
back a
came
day.
back, then worked for 2 months, and then enjoying the last weeks.
Yeah, that's it.
Um,
6 days to go, and
fuck yeah.
sold the van.
Yeah,
You made a sweet video,
yeah.
and yeah, I got this pit stop in Austria where I met one of my now best friends, Jakob, in the Walmart parking lot. I think I believe in this
Probably
parking
this lot,
spot.
right?
I think in this spot right here, we had our couches set up, and there was vans everywhere, and laughing and chatting, and that was
Oh man, Jakob.
That was so
I miss
funny.
my Jakob, yeah. What a
Jakob,
challenge.
not Jacob.
Jacob. He's such a carefree person.
Ah.
It's just like, yeah, loving life.
He
Like
had
you, pretty much.
He had the tattoo NRC, no rush crew.
No rush crew.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah,
Well, I guess-
that's how we started. I think.
That was also a part of the first summer. Like that was kind of us. That kind of like there was a bunch of dirtbags from all. Yeah, we were. I guess part of the problem, but I wouldn't say part of the problem. I'd say we brought the vibe. We brought the vibe.
Definitely.
Started with 3 people, and then it got to 5, and then eventually there was 12 of us here every afternoon, and even more sometimes, just chatting about the day. And everyone had their different hobbies, and there was whitewater rafters, there was bikers, there was climbers, there was
True.
everyone from all sorts of things, and
Yeah.
it was great. Different ages, different walks of life, different perspectives. As much as I love being out in the woods and in the nature,
Needs like a nice balance.
I just love talking shit.
Yeah.
Bumping into you is awesome because you got just sunset coming out of your asshole, man.
The sun shines out of my bum. Doing yoga in the Walmart parking lot, listening
man.
listening to classical music.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Nice. You're also in frame.
It's-
Amazing.
it's it's perfect. Cheers to that, hey?
Fuck yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, yoo-hoo!
Nice.
Oh, there's this guy.
Oh, that's the wrong one.
Oh, it's not him?
Wrong one.
There's a double.
Ah, yes.
It's the one with the long hair. The other one is just old and about to fall apart, I guess.
He just parks on the side here and just listens to the local radio and constantly eats food.
Yeah. Yeah, we got almost like an hour in of talking, so
Quit your job, go somewhere that draws you in any way, and
maybe it's Canada, maybe I
it's-
mean there are working holiday visas for many countries,
yeah.
so you can
Yeah.
do everywhere the same thing. Go to Australia, New Zealand, whatever.
You don't
Canada is cool too, so but
You don't
it's
have to
pretty
plan too
expensive.
much. You just need money for the flights and a little bit of cash to get you going, and
Yeah, get a vehicle. That's definitely that's a big game changer, and then you're independent and just can.
you save $1,000 a month on rent,
Oh yeah,
which is
that's
pretty good. So I'd say the van's paid for itself 3 times over.
Oh, yeah, minimum.
For me, so
That's
quit your job, buy a vehicle, go to any country really that draws you. Don't let fear hold you back, and follow the dream, hey?
fuck yeah.
Live the dream.
Live the dream.
Park wherever you want, really,
Yeah.
within
Every
reason.
Walmart, you're welcome.
Yeah. On the river, I guess in the off season in Squamish, you can
Yeah.
in the shoulder seasons, you can basically park anywhere.
Well, that's actually what I liked in Sunshine Coast and Powell River. It was so much easier to find spots. I was staying like right on the ocean. Yeah. Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, there are not many campers, so it's not a big thing.
Yeah.
True, we park like right in the neighborhood sometimes. It's fine.
Yeah, that was, I guess, the same as Eucalypt and Tofino. It was not really very van friendly, but I found if you just park in front of someone's house.
Did you?
Yeah, that was my setup. Because the drive to the actual designated park camping spot was like 35 minutes, and this thing chews gas.
Yeah.
So you just park in front of someone's house, pretend you live there, and leave by 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's all good.
Yeah. Perfect.
Morning, homeowners.
Yeah. Start van life. It's fun. Yeah, man.
Hell
Thanks
yeah.
for that little.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
We start the journey together, or we finish the journey together,
Dude,
hey?
that's awesome.
Sick.
Yeah. The Alice Lake. Stopped riding bikes, and I was like, who's that guy? You parked right next to me.
I was like, these guys look pretty fun. You were like doing all this like trial stuff.
Did I? Oh yeah.
You were doing all your little. I was like, oh, this guy's got skills. Maybe we can learn a bit from him.
Yeah.
I just learned how to crash.
That's also the other part. I can do that too.
Yeah, we can all do that.
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah, sweet.
All right.
Thanks for watching.
Yo!
Start van life. Let's go.
Let's go. Cheers. Yo.
Thank you so much for watching until the end. You're a legend. Yeah, like this video, write some comments and subscribe this channel if you haven't done it yet. That helps me a lot. I'll see you next time. Cheers.